Hey there, it's Heather Tankersley again with Magnolia Realty, and we are talking about our third step in the make ready process when you're getting your home ready to sell. So there's quite a bit that goes into it, so we're just going to touch on some highlights here today. So basically what we've done up to this point is we've gotten rid of all the clutter as much as we possibly could and then some, and then we've done a deep clean from top to bottom. So everything is sparkling. Our sinks are spotless, our windows are sparkly, so everything is perfect. And now what we need to do is bring back a touch of personality in the home. So let's kind of start at the front door, and you're going to walk kind of up to the home, and that's sort of your first impression, or is your first impression. So you want to make sure that the front of your house is the entryway is inviting. So you put some fresh plants and pots out there, a little sign, a little wreath, something that just makes it inviting. And it's worth investing a few dollars in a brand new welcome mat. It just kind of says, come on in, it's crisp and clean, and I definitely recommend a new mat. Then once you open the door, I kind of learned some of these things from a good friend of mine who's done quite a bit of staging and had a certification. What you want to do is kind of sprinkle in surprises that make people stop and smile throughout the house. So you might want to have a cute little welcome something on the table when you first come in. You know, just something that gives it a little bit of personality, but that's not gaudy. That's just a nice touch. So as you go through the home, you just want to have something that draws your attention in each of the rooms and or draws your attention away from stuff that may not be perfect. So we'll kind of go room by room to make it as easy as possible, or to kind of figure it out. So first of all, you want to make sure that in your bathrooms you have coordinated bath mats and towels and shower curtains if applicable. You want to get like a Myers hand pump soap and have a nice towel to dry their hands. You want to probably take out any, like if you're using a bar soap, you just don't want a cruddy bar soap sitting there. So swap it out for some pretty coordinated bottles of shampoo, conditioner, what have you, just to kind of make it look good for showings and photos and that sort of thing. Obviously, if you're living in the home, you still need to live there. So bathrooms are pretty simple, just squeaky, squeaky clean, very little, stuff on the walls, if you will. You don't want, crazy busy walls. You just want to kind of have the room clean and open and clear for folks. Then if you're kind of moving into the next spaces that people really pay close attention to is your kitchen. So obviously now we've gone through and we've decluttered and we've cleaned, and we want to wipe down all of our stainless appliances so there's no streaks, and get as much off of the counters as you can. But then you want to have a little bit of color come back in and make it sort of look lived in. So get a nice cookbook stand and put a really pretty or just a visually appealing recipe open. And if you want to, if it's during the holidays, you may want to have some, a cookie kit out, like as if you're getting ready to bake cookies with the kiddos, if it's that kind of neighborhood. Or if it's springtime, you might want to have, a cute little Easter bunny or spring type thing out just to kind of lighten it and brighten it. But if you're not sure, you can always just get an easy little fruit basket and put some bright lemons, oranges, apples, that sort of thing. It gives a natural pop of color, and it doesn't look gaudy or messy market. So you want to make sure that you're appealing to your market. If you're if your audience is likely to enjoy wine, then you might want to have a little wine scene. So you don't want to clutter it, but you want to kind of have little things out and about that, in other words, if you think, oh, they might be moms and dads with small kids, or they might be a retired family, or want to go ahead and kind of appeal to both of those. So next we can kind of move on to a dining room table, and you can have a real small tasteful centerpiece, maybe with a run service for 4 or 6, whatever makes sense, where you have a charger, and then you have a salad plate. So you want to have it look like a full setting at the table. If you've got a nice little bar area, then you may want to dress that bar area up a little bit as well. And then when you go into, let's say, the bedrooms, or let's go to living room next, rather. So find the focal point in the living room. If you have a fireplace, then arrange all of your furniture around the fireplace and make the mantle the highlight. So whatever the style is of the home or the other decor, go ahead and make it just inviting and where people just, the eye kind of goes toward the mantle. And assuming that you have neutral colored furniture, now it's okay to layer in different textures. We used to always do neutral furniture and then pops of red and bright colors. And now people are liking kind of less of the colorful, vibrant stuff, and they're liking more textures. So you might want to get a couple of different blankets to throw over the couch that are, let's say you've got a neutral beige couch, for example. You might want to get a white blanket with a certain texture, and then an off-white quilt that has a different texture, for instance, and sort of layer those on to give some visual interest and to kind of make it warmer, but not necessarily bright colors as much as we used to see. So you want to be softer and, blues and, greens and natural type, lighter types of colors seem to be more popular right now. And on that note, by the way, you want to do a bright white light throughout your house. That's going to show the best. So you do want to kind of focus on that. And I guess I should have mentioned that previously in the decluttering and cleaning, because I guess that would kind of come in during the cleaning. But nonetheless, it's important, so I'll mention it here. So then you kind of have your living room focal point, and then each of the bedrooms, mainly you just want to have them clean. You might want to have a couple of books stacked on the night table so that it looks like somebody's in, just kind of lived in but kind, just a sweet home. And sorry about that, folks. This is live, so we're seeing real life. There's not a guy. Go. And so anyway, moving on to the bedrooms, you want to just make sure all the beds are always made. You want to, if the guys are probably not huge fans of throw pillows, but you want to get the nice big square pillows and layer in all your pillows on new and neutral and just appealing across a wide audience. If you have a kid's room for your kiddos into, it's certainly fine to keep that in the room. You just want to get rid of all the extra stuff and just sort of make it look like it was when you brought your baby home for the first time. Likewise, if you have an office, all your clutter will be out, but you might want to have a few little things on your desk just that again have a personality. I like airplanes, so I have a couple little airplane figurines or statues or pieces, it's hard to explain, that sit on my desk. A couple of nice pieces of artwork on the wall that sort of just draw attention, just kind of make that room look like it's a great space to do what needs to be done in it. Again, bedrooms are pretty simple. You just want to have the beds look clean and fresh and make sure all your bedding is just, again, pretty neutral and clean looking is really what we want to do. And if you do have a certain color, you want to keep that color theme throughout the room. So if you have, let's say, I like a lot of blues and greens, like beachy, ocean, especially in the springtime. So if you have that color, you don't want to have like purple over here and green over there. You want to keep that color theme, consistent and flowing through the room, and preferably through much of the house. It's not to say that everything has to be one tone or one color, but you sure want to just kind of keep it so the house all flows together. And I know these are just a handful of tips and pretty cut and dry, but they're just important things to remember when you're thinking about bringing back some personality. And another thing that we can also do, and we do quite a bit, is you can send over pictures once you've done your clean and say, what should we put there? And then we can kind of do a virtual staging, if you will, especially with COVID going on. So it's a little hard to just, other than going through, let's say, a 20-minute checklist for you here, to go through all the different, so for now, let's go ahead and say goodbye for now. And in the meantime, y'all, be kind, stay safe, and keep smiling until next time.